over, bowled with a lot of heart and courtesy to some wonderful bowling towards the death. Nepal has been restricted under that 200 run mark. As Sachin said, they were cruising along easily, heading towards that 200 runs, but thanks to brilliant bowling from Netherlands.
Boundaries brought to you by DHI.
That was the first boundary off the bat of Kushal Burtel. And this was off the bat of Asif Sheikh. Only one boundary and 3 sixes to his name. And then Captain Rohit Paudel struck 3 boundaries. This was a very classy shot towards the offside. Cut, very fine. Should have been a better effort there by the fielder. Not to be. Another boundary to Captain Paudel's name. This was a lucky boundary. The last of them all off the bat of Sompal Gami.
Boundaries brought to you by DHI.
So 12 sixes. Only 6 boundaries and 12 sixes off the bat of Nepali batters. Let's have a look at them.
Energetic sixes brought to you by Red Bull.
So plenty of sixes. The first was off the bat of Kushal Burtel, who nearly knocked the windows of our MCR room there. This was a very classy shot. Didn't try to overhit it. Asif Sheikh smacked that ball in that fashion for his 6. This was a flatter one, just over the rope towards the mid-wicket region. This was picked up really well. It was a pick-up shot, more of timing than power. This was a huge hit over the top of the VIP box, and this is the straightest 6 I've ever seen in my life. And consecutive 6s there for Gulshan Zar. Wasn't as well timed as the previous one. And this went miles. And Kushal Malla had hat-trick of 6s against Michael Levitt. Was bowling really well till that point of time. And the crowd enjoying massive 6s.
Energetic sixes brought to you by Red Bull.
So 20 for Kushal Burtel, he got that start, 3 away again. 47 of 37 for Asif Sheikh, 25 of 19 Rohit Paudel, 34 of 25, 26 of 11, and the remaining batters, they could not contribute at all, and Nepal were restricted for 184 for 8 in their 20 overs. 10 extras bowled by the Dutch bowlers. So 8 wickets fell. Let's have a look at them.
Wickets brought to you by Red Bull.
Kushal Burtel going too animated again. Lost his wicket in this fashion. You'll be looking at this wicket for a long time after he goes back to the dressing room as well. And in a similar fashion, Rohit Paudel threw his wicket away. Michael Levitt offering no pace at all. This was an easy decision, we believe, but Asif Sheikh believed that the ball actually had some connection with the bat. The umpire didn't think so. Went miles up. This was Kushal Malla who was dismissed. Easy catch for Singh there. And brilliant placement of the fielder there right in front of the side screen. And short deliveries being used so well by the Netherlands bowlers. Nepali batters not looking comfortable at all. And Asif Sheikh was out in the very first ball in this fashion.
Wickets brought to you by Red Bull.
Well, then the Nepali side, they have 184 runs in their bank to defend, and the Netherlands will not mind that at all because the pitch is playing fine. It was lack of sensible batting from the Nepali middle order and the lower middle order batters. Nepal should have easily gone beyond 200, but 184 still defendable. And Max O'Dowd and Michael Levitt walk into the center.
The double M starting the proceedings for the Dutch side. They definitely look to capitalize the power play overs.
Boundaries brought to you by DHI.
So the intent from Levitt and Max O'Dowd really very clear. They wanted to attack the Nepali bowlers from the word go. They understood that run making could have been difficult in the eventual part of the innings, so they wanted to have a healthy run rate right from the start. This was one of the best shots. Just caressed it through the two fielders there. Michael Levitt did a gem of a knock today. Plenty of boundaries. So boundaries were never a problem for the Dutch side. This was hit right back past the bowler. Ordinary length there by Avinash Bora. This was again a straight hit. Almost took the umpire with it. So plenty of boundaries came in, and the Dutch side always believed that they were in this match. And despite Nepal putting them under pressure at instances, this went right through between the two fielders. And this was the final boundary, final four of the very last over.
Boundaries brought to you by DHI.
So 12 sixes in this innings of the Dutch side. Let's have a look at them.
Energetic sixes brought to you by Red Bull.
This was off the very first ball of Karan Casey. Smashed it right out of the park. Michael Levitt and Max O'Dowd scored 22 runs, handy 22 runs today. They were chasing 185, which was not at all enough for Nepal to defend. They just went over the top of the fielder there. Not this one. This was a massive, massive one. This was straight right onto the side screen. This was a massive heave again. And the runs kept on coming. Right when Nepal looked dominant, the Dutch players, one of them came in and played the counter-aggressive role, and this was again just over the top of Anil Shah, which I thought was a couple of yards inside. Should have stayed on the line of the boundary. And this was the final six to end the match and the series.
Energetic sixes brought to you by Red Bull.
So 54 for Michael Levitt. What a dream run he has had in this series. 50 off the last match as well. 50 to start off as well. And a massive 100 to his name. 22 of 23. Max O'Dowd. He's not had a very good series. 29 of 23. Bikramjit Singh was an important knock. He counter-attacked the Nepali bowler, especially with Kushal Malla. 48 of 27 for Engelbrecht, who played that important knock and made sure that his team was in the hunt. And Gupton, 21 of 5, who finished it off for the Dutch side, and eventually they chased that target of 184 posted by Nepal. Let's have a look at the wickets.
Wickets brought to you by Red Bull.
This was the first wicket to go. They had a big opening partnership. Max O'Dowd was dismissed in this fashion by Kushal Malla. Easy catch to Dipinder Singh Aidi. This went miles up in the air. And the first wicket for Avinash Bora, the only one he got today. Avinash was ecstatic after getting this wicket. With some catches around the boundary line. Anil Shah, the substitute fielder, catching this easy catch. And Sandeep Zora had to take two catches in almost similar fashion. And an easy catch this again.
Wickets brought to you by Red Bull.
Well then, 4 wickets to Kushal Malla, who was expensive, but he got those 4 important wickets. 1 wicket each for Dipinder Singh Aidi and Avinash Bora. 189 for 6. They lost 6 wickets, but was not enough for Nepal to defend that modest target. I repeat the word modest, or target of 184 runs. They needed much more than that.